on an empty project on a software instrument. You might create you want to, in the inputs and the outputs, you want to go and get the EX24. We're going to go for a mono EX24 at the moment, and we're talking about introducing samples into the EX24. Now there's two ways we can do this. We can search our loops library, guitars, and if we look for a audio signal, we can't drag and drop that on. We can't drag and drop that on. However, if we go to this little edit function area over here, this window comes up, and this window is our background to our EX24, and that way we can drag a sample right in, and the sample that we drag right in goes right across the keyboard from left to right, and from high to low. And if you run the mouse right across, you'll see your sample appears here. That's because it's across the whole key range. Now if you wanted to limit that key range to C1, we just have the actual sample playing on one note, not low or not high. However, it's the key pitch that you may find is either low, it's set here, or high if it's set here. So if we increase that to D3, and we notice it's got lower again, and that's because it's the pitch. So D1, I even think that's a bit higher than the original pitch. However, it's important that you're aware of these features, because if you're dealing with samples in a sound found project, you'd be well to set your instruments at average settings, which could help you create chords. Now that's because this button here is clicked in relation to the playback pitch. You've also got other features as one shot, which means that you could click it and you don't have to keep your finger down. The obvious one, which is reverse, which creates a nice effect. So if you're dealing with a sample that you've created yourself, you're creating something quite unique. Again, if you was to be sending your sample to various channel settings, they all occur and appear here. The important thing to do with that is save, so you can make sure that you save your sampled sounds before you move on, otherwise you will not be able to recall them. With that saved, instrument, editor, guitar 1, that's what I've called it. Then you can close that down, and then you could play it. Well, again, you do have to find the note, and you'll find it's there. Your newfound guitar 1 is here. Okay, that's a short introduction to setting a sample on the EX24.